Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Big 38. As you can see, I am Big Fred and I am talking on a funny little voice thing at this point in time. But hey, everybody, I am grateful that whoever
You are is listening to this, and as you can see, I'm back. Uh, but I am glad that whoever is listening to this is listening to this, and it is me, Big Brand, the Jersey Man. As you can see, I am back with another video tonight. I want to speak on something. What do you feel about somebody in their 30s starting a rap career? I want to know, what do you think about that? Does that seem like something that should not be done when you're in your 30s? Should you not be doing any type of rapping, singing, anything? And that's not just rapping. I want to talk about anything. Do you think, sorry about that, do you think that any form of music can be performed by somebody in their 30s? Now, why I ask that is because in your 30s, some of the things that you would have rapped about when you were younger, you cannot rap about anymore because it makes you look like off. And I'm not gonna lie, off. Like and I'm someone who is basically, I'm asking for myself. Really, it's not even a friend. Like, no, I just recently started getting back into the studio and putting down things and saying things. And honestly, I have just, I really want to know, like, what do you feel about a 30 something year old man, woman, non-binary, whatever it is, whatever, do you feel like that it is a certain point of age where you cannot do that anymore? I really want to know that. My opinion, I think that it's okay when you do it in a certain manner. Because, and I think that in rap, we are the we are the most judgmental. When I would say that, we are very judgmental when it comes to our craft and the art, that, and even as a consumer, as someone who puts the music out, we are very much I guess judgmental. And so that's just a part of our culture. One thing about our culture is that we're very judgmental. So therefore, it's very hard for someone that is in their 30s to transition or to go into a phase where you're trying to get out music. But if you think about it, there is no age limit on art. And so therefore, someone who is very young can come out with a piece of art, and that is, drawing, painting, or whatever, and it can become something that is so beautiful and so admired that, now he's a genius, an artistic genius. Or someone that was, give you a scenario, someone who's, in a nursing home, a nursing facility, excuse me, and he puts out a piece of art, and someone publishes and do the groundwork for him, does the groundwork for him, and all of a sudden, he's an artistic genius. So, and that's just two examples, and I know that's a wide range, and I didn't touch on specifically, but I think that right there is my example, and the reason why I say that there is no age limit. Now, do you look at someone as a Jim Jones, which is one of my favorite rappers, and do you look at them and feel like there is an age limit or a time limit when you start to, pull your pants up and do different things like that? I don't think that there is on that either. And the reason why I feel that there isn't on that either is because, let's just keep it real. If however you want to wear your clothing is however you want to wear your clothing. There is no point in time where you should be able to tell someone to grow up or do this or do that. No, there is no time. If I'm not doing anything that's harming you, there should be no time where you should tell me to grow up. I mean, you should be able to come to my home and I'm watching cartoons, okay, and you should have nothing to say about it. It's not weird. It's not. This is the consumer. I am the consumer, and I want to watch cartoons. But it feels like that we are so judgmental as a people that we'll come in someone's house that's watching cartoons and say, "Oh, this guy is so weird, and I gotta watch him." And you did it, and it's like, where does this come from? Where does this come from? Where does this come from? Because nobody, no other culture to me does this, but hip hop, and or just our culture, period. And when I speak on our culture, of course, I am speaking on my people, you know. And when I speak on my people, I'm saying Black people in general. I am speaking generally. I'm speaking for the people in my age group, and that is people in their 30s, late 20s, and early 20s as well. I am a big kid. I was, you know, I didn't grow up fast or nothing like that, but I did have a lot of experience in different things. But I was able to explore the imaginary and and my imagination. So I find myself still liking the things that I liked in my 20s, and I don't find anything wrong with it. So when I look at a Jim Jones, I feel as though that's something that, you know, maybe that's what he feels, you know, and I don't know, I can't speak for him, but in my mind, I'm like, I don't feel like you can rush someone to be older just because you want them to be. You know, just because I have a couple grays pop out doesn't mean that now you can force me to not want to go to the club. And you know, just because you calling me OG or whatever it is you want to call me, that doesn't, you can't force me to be an old man because you're calling me OG and all that. No, that doesn't happen. So I think that in my mind, if people who are the age that, you know, in the age group that I am, or whoever the artist is, if they would open their mind to understanding that, hey, this guy or this woman is your age group, so you should, then that will open it up. But you know, we are, as a culture, we still listen to people who are not, you know, definitely not our age. And so it's funny to say act your age, you know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not going to pick on certain people, but I would have to go into, you know, okay, like, all right, I'll search this right here. This will be a good one. I'll look up, um, I'll just look up you know, who someone who I like is Glorilla, and anybody who knows me, and you know, I'm not gonna. I mean, I guess I can say, you know, my favorite thing that she always talks about is that knuckle. That knuckle is that knuckle crazy. That knuckle go crazy, but I love that knuckle. But anyways, to stay on topic, Glorilla is 25 years old. Okay, she's 25 years old. Do you understand? 25 years old. And do you think that the age peaks out at 25 for someone or anyone to say or be rapping any of Glow's lyrics? Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Do you think that there are no 38-year-olds talking about their back outside? Or outside, or however it goes. I think that's her song. Maybe Cardi. Cardi too. God, jeez. Let me stop. Anyways, yeah. But anyway, Glow. Come on, 25 years old. 25 years old. I'll tell you. You know what? I like to use myself as an example. I am such a Rod Wave fan. Do you understand? And I've been 30 since Rod Wave has been out. Rod Wave was only like 20 years old, and I was riding around depressed. I guess that's the word that everyone likes to use. And I was riding around singing every Rod Wave song, and he was 10 years younger than me. Do you understand? I didn't care how old he was. I was singing conversations in the dark. Y'all know all that. That was me. That was me. That was you too. That was you too. Everybody was. So we got to stop. You see how I did that? I said, stop putting caps on people, putting them caps on people's dreams. Stop being crabs in the bucket. Stop trying to pull people back and get your own dreams and allow other people to dream as much as they want. And if the dream doesn't become anything, that is their will. You get it? That is theirs, but it is not yours to stop it. So please, please, ladies and gentlemen, please, please, in the words of baby Cece, cut the cap. No, really, cut the cap. It is very much indeed cap to try to stop anyone from dreaming. It is, and it is very, 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 very toxic. Toxic. Seriously. You can't tell anyone that they can't do anything. You get what I mean? If you want to run a marathon, if you want to run a triathlon, if you want to run whatever it is, if you want to become the best at whatever you want to become the best at 30, 40, 50, 60, please, please never let anybody stop you. You understand? I go swimming every other day. I go swimming, and I promise you, if you go to the Y at 5 in the morning and go in there and check out who's in there swimming. It's not 20 and 30-year-olds. It's not even 40-year-olds. You understand? It's 50 and 60-year-olds doing Olympic swims that I could never do. You know, I'm in there doing the stretching and the bobbing and all that. Yeah, I'm doing all that aquatic stuff that I need to do because I can't do it outside being 38. I can't go outside. I'm scared to go outside. Yeah, all that shit. It hurts my joints. So I can't do it. I got to get in the pool and do all that. But that's beyond the point. The point is, please go to the Y and check it out, and you'll see that there is 50 and 60-year-olds doing Olympic laps. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm talking about kick, flat, boom, hey, get your big ass out the way. That's what they telling me. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I ain't calling them OG because they will give me a 3 piece. So that's why. So when you get to calling people OG, understand that don't force people to go into old mode. No, it does not. I'm Big Brand, the Jersey Man. This is Big 38. Welcome to my podcast. Please like and subscribe. And if you already did, then I love you. But if you didn't, there's still time to get love. Peace.